the streaming button. I'll just trim off the ends later. And live event is live. Get GarageBand recording. Let me know when you're done typing so that I can get started here. Probably should duck that. You ready?
Wait for it.
Okay. Wait for it.
Wait for it. Stay on
Wait.
target.
Stay on target. Stay on target. I'm too fat. Stay on target.
Stay on target. My choir teacher does that sometimes.
Stay on target.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
Alrighty. Awesome. Then let's get this thing going in in 3, 2, 1. Whoops. When you're done moving around.
Okay.
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's get this going then in 3, 2, 1. This is Life is Leet episode 15 for Saturday, April 6, 2014. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Life is Leet. This is a podcast of nerds yelling at microphones about things. I am Jesse Hanna, and joining me today, as always, is my younger brother and my co-host, Aaron. How you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing pretty good today.
Awesome.
It's a rather cloudy day out.
Yeah, it was kind of overcast here earlier in the day, and it actually rained a tiny bit earlier on today, but it's fairly clear out now, a bit of clouds. But, I mean, this time of year, any sort of cloud cover or rain we can get feels really nice. We're in the middle of about our allocated, month and a half, 2 months of spring that we usually get here in Arizona. So,
yeah,
we have to enjoy it while it lasts, really. But of course, how people like us normally do that is by spending all of our time indoors playing video games. So, as always, let's go ahead and get started with talking about that. All right. It's been kind of a busy week for me again. Not a whole lot of time for gaming. But what time I have been able to spend, I'm still playing Hearthstone, of course. And I've also got some more time in on MLB 14 The Show. I'm mostly playing in Road to the Show mode right now, which is where you create a player, you allocate, you do all the character customization of his appearance, his abilities, you enter the draft, get into the minor leagues, and try to work your way up to the big leagues. I created a second baseman, because that's the position that I played when I played baseball, who is fast. Yep, I was in middle school. I was 13, 14, so it's been about 11, 12 years ago now. But yeah, and I modeled it mostly after myself, which is to say fast but not very good at hitting. So I've been playing that, working my way, mostly playing for the AA affiliate of the Cubs, which are my favorite baseball team. But that's definitely a fun game. I mentioned last week that between that and the PS4 release of Final Fantasy XIV, I've almost convinced myself to get a PS4. I am still kind of waiting on more exclusives for it to come out that I want to play. It doesn't quite have enough yet that I really would feel justified in getting a PS4 yet. But some of the previews that and some of the trailers and screenshots that I've seen of MLB 14 on the PS4 are amazing, and especially in like the lighting engine and just the overall textural detail have really been ramped up from the PS3 versions of those games, to the PS4 version. Oh, and I did also get a little bit of WoW time in again. Last night, I've been working mostly on my level 90 rogue on Earthen Ring in Alea Yachta Est on Horde side. I've mostly been working lately on going back and doing old quests and working towards the Lore Master achievement. Working my way through Outland right now. I did some quests in Terracar Forest, finished that one off, and did some quests in Nagrand. And also just went around, soloed some old Burning Crusade dungeons. Just for the heck of it, just because I felt like it.
Just cause.
Yep. No particular reason, just felt like it. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've been up to lately. What about you, Aaron?
I'm getting closer to the end of Bravely Default, but that's all I really have to say about it.
Yep. And there's not really a whole lot that you can say because spoilers.
Yeah, plus I haven't been playing that much stuff this week.
Yeah,
So
well,
it's
it's getting close to the end of the school year for both of us. I've been busy studying for finals, and work has still been keeping me busy. On top of that, it's probably mostly the same for you, really.
Yeah, mostly.
So not a whole lot going on for either of us, but hopefully that'll be changing shortly once the school year is over. My final is a week from this coming Monday, so getting close to the end. So close that I can taste it, and it tastes delicious. I'm so excited to finally be done with school. But anyway, let's talk about the news, and not a whole lot, but a couple of, or at least one pretty big thing was announced this week. Last year, I went to BlizzCon 2013. I initially only went for the Guild Hall, the Alea Yachta Est Guild Hall, which was held in the Hilton right next to the convention center. But they had a raffle
there. You ended
there.
up winning a ticket and getting in.
They had a raffle. I won a ticket to the event, so I got to go on the second day, and I got to play like the Heroes of the Storm demo, the Warlords of Draenor demo that they had there. Well, this past week, it was announced that BlizzCon 2014 is happening. It's going to be a thing. It will be November 7th and 8th at the Anaheim Convention Center, as always. Tickets are going to go on sale on 3 different sales windows on May 7th and May 10th. One of those days is going to have 2 sales windows. Ticket sales are going to be through the Eventbrite website. And it's going to be the usual rush of everyone hammering the site all at once to try to get tickets.
Just mass pressing of the F5 key.
Yeah, and it's always been ridiculous like that. So I am planning on going again for the AIE Guild Hall, and probably also the Convert to Raid party that they have in between days of the event. But I wonder which I would be more likely to, or which way I would have better odds of actually getting a ticket to the event again, whether it'd be through a raffle at the Guild Hall or actually trying to buy the ticket through the website. I can honestly say it's probably a toss-up between the two. But if you do plan on refresh camping the ticket page on those days to try to get a ticket, it is going to cost you $199. After that, tickets for the pre-BlizzCon benefit dinner are going to go on sale on May 14th for $750. With the proceeds from that going to the usual charities, Children's Hospital of Orange County in the greater LA area. After that, you're gonna have to either know someone who works at Blizzard, or
Just get
take
lucky.
take your chances with the scalpers, or just get lucky if you want to get in. But if you can make alliances with other people who are also going to be refresh camping the page, and uh, the more people that you can get together, the better this works, I think. But if you can get maybe 3, 4, 5 people and say, okay, we're all gonna try to get tickets, and if one of us gets in, then he'll buy the tickets for all of us, and we'll all pay him for our tickets. That's something that some people do with some success, I believe. So that's something that you could try. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I do know that I am at least going to go for the guild hall, because that's always a great time. They have the digital ticket there, so they're showing the event on a projector screen, and it's a lot of fun just hanging out with people from the guild and from the larger AIE and Frog Pants communities. So even if you don't go to BlizzCon, if your guild has an event like that, or if you're in AIE and want to go to that, or if you're not in AIE and want to get into it and then go to the guild hall, it's still definitely something that I strongly recommend. It's great fun. It's kind of a mini nerdtacular, except it's at BlizzCon. So that's a lot of fun. We don't know a whole lot about what's actually going to be happening at BlizzCon itself, but one thing that we do know is that there are going to be the usual esports tournaments. We know that there are going to be StarCraft 2, WoW Arena, Hearthstone, and also Heroes of the Storm tournaments. Last year, when Hearthstone was still in closed beta, they had a tournament between some of the top streamers that had been playing the game so far. And they also and that was also, of course, when they announced Heroes of the Storm. With Heroes of the Storm still in a fairly closed technical alpha, but with a lot of people streaming it, I would wager a guess that that's probably the same sort of thing that they'll do this time around. Is they'll have some of the top streamers form teams and enter that way. So that's going to be a lot of fun to see. And they'll probably have demos of they'll probably have a demo of Heroes of the Storm. Don't know yet if Warlords of Draenor will be out or in beta by then or what, but if it's not released yet, they'll probably have a demo of that as well. And I'm also going to kind of go out on a limb and guess that they'll have a demo or some sort of announcement relating to the final StarCraft 2 expansion, Legacy of the Void. I think they'll have something about that there as well. But of course, we'll just have to wait and see what they actually have at the event. But it's BlizzCon. It's always going to be a great time and a whole lot of fun. And they'll show off and talk about all kinds of cool stuff. We may even hear what the mysterious new intellectual property they've been working on this whole time is. We may hear some sort of hint about that. They may actually let Jeff Kaplan out from the dungeon that he's been chained in Blizzard headquarters and working on that for the past, I don't know how many years now.
Or perhaps we could hear nothing big at all, really.
Yeah, or we could hear nothing at all about it. You never really know with Blizzard, but BlizzCon is always a good time anyway. So if you can get the digital ticket, that's always worth checking out, and you still get all the in-game goodies with the digital pass. If you can go, then it's definitely worth it. Or even if you can just go for a guild meetup or guild hall event, it's a lot of fun. I definitely had a lot of fun last year, even if I hadn't gotten to go to the event itself. That's actually not all. That's actually not all of the Blizzard news this week, but that was the biggest one. There are a couple of smaller things here. We've known for a while that a Warcraft movie has been in progress and production. It started filming in January up in Vancouver, in Canada. And this in the latest issue of Empire magazine, we actually get our first glimpse of it. There's a photograph in the article, in an article about the movie, that shows director Duncan Jones sitting in his chair, looking at a couple of monitors on which you can see a couple of the actors in costume and in what appears to be the Stormwind throne room. And if you've been into the Stormwind throne room in WoW, and then you look at the picture, at this picture in Empire Magazine, the set looks almost exactly like a real life version of the in-game environment. So that is kind of encouraging that they've managed to make a set that looks that good, and that true to what everyone sees in games in the Warcraft universe. But obviously it takes a lot more than good sets and good costumes and good special effects to make a good movie, so we'll still have to wait until it comes out, which I believe it's slated to come out in 2015, 2016. 2016. So it's still a little ways away, but I'm still definitely looking forward to it.
You get bonus points if you can name the actors on the monitors.
Yeah,
I even see them.
Yeah, I couldn't name them. I don't really know. I'm not really very familiar with any of the names that are attached to it because I don't follow movies all that closely usually. But Duncan Jones has kind of earned his stripes within the Warcraft community, but he's shown that he is a big fan of the game, and he really wants to try to do a good job of staying true to the universe and to the materials. So I'm excited to see how it all comes out. Last bit of Blizzard news here is it was actually a bit of a teaser by the @Warcraft account on Twitter. They posted. You can't really see it very well. It's kind of shadowy, but what they describe as a fiery mechanical steed. And they say, just quoting the tweet here, "Fiery mechanical steeds are best when they can be used with friends. Coming soon, TM." We'll have a link to this in the show notes. That is actually a pretty cool looking mount. And the fact that they said when they can be used with friends, maybe that indicates that Recruit a Friend is going to be coming back soon, TM. We don't really know yet, of course.
I do like how they put the trademark on that. It's
like, oh, yes.
That's all Blizzard's known for, soon.
That's been a thing for quite a while. I think it started as a joke, and then Blizzard kind of picked up on it. They said, yeah, we do kind of have a habit of doing this. But this does look pretty cool, and the way that they described it, or the way they captioned the picture on Twitter, kind of indicates that Recruit a Friend or the Scroll of Resurrection could be coming back or getting a new reward. Well, soon, TM. So we'll have more on that once we know more. But that was just kind of a teaser that they put out just the other day, actually. There was one more thing that I forgot to add to the show notes. Let me bring it up real quick. I saw something just earlier. Oh, okay. This actually goes in the anime section, so we'll talk about this later. Hang on to that for now.
Wait, I found something. Oh no, wait, it doesn't go there.
Okay, yeah, this is something that we'll talk about a bit later in the anime section. But before we get to that, there is one more thing of video game news, kinda. I'm old enough to remember when like McDonald's, or actually I think it was Burger King, had Pokemon toy giveaways in their kids meal or their Happy Meal. McDonald's is going to be having a Pokemon X and Y Happy Meal promotion starting May 23rd and running through June 12th. Each Happy Meal will have a chance will have with it will come with one of 12 Pokemon TCG cards and one of 12 Pokemon battle launcher toys. There's just kind of a real brief single image teaser of this on the Happy Meal website, and you can't really see very well what the cards are, but they do show all of the toys. The toys that will be available or the Pokemon that will be available in toy form are Pikachu, Mewtwo, the fully evolved versions of the Generation 1 starters, the Generation 6 starters, their base forms, Xerneas, Evital, Pancham, Helioptile, and I put Pancham twice. I don't know why. But that's 12 different Pokemon that you'll have a chance of getting in the Happy Meal. Obviously, it's targeted more at little kids, but no shame in getting one of those just for the toy. In my opinion, I probably won't, but I'm not that much of a toy collector. I like getting just the cards from booster packs and from theme decks. But it's kind of interesting to see that. It's kind of cool to see it coming back into the mainstream after it's been. Pokemon first arrived here in something like 96, 97. I don't remember exactly.
Somewhere around there.
It's been Pokemon has been a thing for 20 years now, and it's still a big enough thing that they can make a deal with McDonald's to put it in a Happy Meal. That's definitely a sign that it's still doing pretty well. Got to admit that much at least. That's about it for video game news for this week. So let's go on now to anime. And manga and books and movies and other stuff. And I've had almost no time at all this week to watch or read anything. I watched last week's episodes of Nisekoi and 1 Week Friends, and I think that's it. It's been a ridiculously busy week for me. I haven't really had any time to sit down and watch any anime. So yeah. What about you, Aaron?
Same as usual. Watched a little bit of Bleach. Part 4 of episode 4 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stardust Crusaders is up now. I still say you should go watch it.
Yeah,
if you haven't already.
It's in my Crunchyroll queue, but I'll have time for it eventually. I do plan on watching it. It's just that I've had zero time for any of it.
But yeah, that's about it for me. Just usual suspects.
All right. Well, there are a couple of anime and actually manga and movie news tidbits here. We talked about the poster, or the previous poster for the upcoming Rurouni Kenshin movies when it was unveiled. This past week, the official at ruroken_movie Twitter account posted the third promotional poster for the upcoming movies, and it looks awesome as always.
This one looks pretty cool.
Yeah. I did like the one with the previous one, which was Kenshin, and then Shishio's face kind of in the background and lots of fire. This one has Kenshin in the foreground, Shishio in the background, and then all of the other main characters on both sides. So you've got your Aoshi, you've got Megumi, you've got Okita, Kaoru, Saito, Misao, Sanosuke, Seta Sojiro. Yeah, all of the main characters that are going to be showing up in these movies are in there, and the poster has the tagline Saraba Kenshin, or which translates to Farewell Kenshin.
Also, Shishio's sword is on fire.
Oh yeah, that's a thing in Rurouni. You've seen the series, haven't you?
Yes, I've seen.
Yeah, that's a thing that it does. It's pretty cool, and it's actually really freaking disgusting how that happens. But so yeah, I'm stoked for this. I really hope that they bring those movies over here in some way, shape, or form. It's a huge mistake if they don't. They would just be throwing away money if they don't bring those movies over here in some official form. Yeah, we'll have a link to the Crunchyroll article about the poster and to the actual tweet that unveiled the poster in our show notes. Once again, the release dates, the Japanese release dates for these movies will be August 1st for Rurouni Kenshin, The Great Kyoto Fire Arc, and September 13 for Rurouni Kenshin, The End of a Legend Arc. So those are coming out in just a few months now. So if they're half as awesome as the first movie was, then they will definitely be must-see movies.
The only question is if the third movie is going to be based off of the third arc of the anime or the manga.
Well, the both of these movies are going to be the Kyoto arc. They're splitting from what I understand, they're splitting the Kyoto arc between the two movies. So kind of like they did with The Hobbit, splitting that story into 3 different movies. They just decided that there's too much in the Kyoto arc for them to be able to cram it all into a single movie. So they put more stuff in and split it into 2 movies, which I think was the right decision.
Okay.
So I'm definitely looking forward to these, and I'll find out. I'll figure out some way to get my hands on them, and we'll definitely review them here after they come out. Second of three news items here. It's actually also Rurouni Kenshin related. There is going to be a spin-off manga about none other than Shishio Makoto, the bad guy from the Rurouni Kenshin Kyoto arc. It's
which the next movies are based on.
Yeah, it's gonna be done by Nobuhiro Watsuki. It's gonna be titled Aku no Kyoku, or Record of Evil, and it's reportedly gonna be tying into the new movies. So that's definitely gonna be. I wonder if Weekly Shonen Jump over here will pick that up. It's gonna be in the Jump Square magazine in Japan. So that's more Rurouni Kenshin, in my opinion, is always good. I really liked the kind of the reboot that Watsuki drew and published for around the time that the previous movie came out. It wasn't really a manga adaptation of the movie. It was more kind of a retelling of the early part of the Rurouni Kenshin story. It was called Rurouni Kenshin Restoration. But that was really well done, and if you're a Kenshin fan, I definitely recommend checking it out. So I'm interested to see how this goes as well. Definitely be something worth taking a look at. And again, hopefully something that they'll bring over here. Because there are tons of Rurouni Kenshin fans who will just nom everything that they can get their hands on to do with Kenshin. All right, so that's it for anime and Rurouni Kenshin news. One item of movie news real quick. The next Hobbit movie is going to be titled Battle of the Five Armies. It was originally going to be called There and Back Again.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was going to be called, but then it got changed.
They changed it for whatever reason. I'm not entirely sure, but it's fine. It's descriptive of what is actually going to be happening in that part of the story. So that's cool. I don't really have a whole lot to say.
I haven't even seen the second Hobbit movie yet.
I don't really have a whole lot to say about it. I haven't seen the second one yet either. I didn't see the first one until the extended edition came out on iTunes. So that's probably when I'll see the second one too. But a lot of people were kind of disappointed that the first one wasn't as good as Lord of the Rings. But I tried really hard not to go into it expecting it to be like Return of the King level high cinema. I went into it expecting it to be more Peter Jackson interpreting the worlds created by J.R.R. Tolkien and putting his own flavor on them, and that's exactly what I got with the first Hobbit movie. So I enjoyed it just fine. Yeah, it's not Best Picture winning stuff like Return of the King was, but that does set kind of a high bar. And The Hobbit was originally written to be a kid's book, so the adaptation of it is going to come out differently. So I was fine with how they did the first Hobbit movie. I haven't seen the second one yet, but I kind of get the feeling that it'll be that my feelings about that one will be along those same lines. So yeah, not really a whole lot to say about the name change of the movie other than I am looking forward to being able to see it, because I'll always watch and enjoy whatever I can get of Peter Jackson interpreting J.R.R. Tolkien, because he does a really good job of that. So yeah, that's the thing, and we just wanted to mention that real quickly because I thought it'd be worth mentioning, if even if just very briefly. Let's go on now and close things out with
one more thing.
Ding.
Yep. And the one more thing this week is WoW related.
There's one more things. I'll get to the second one, but you.
Oh, okay.
First.
Well, the first one is WoW related, so lots of Blizzard talk this week. This past week, actually on Sunday the 20th, Easter Sunday, a human priest whose name transliterates to Hiroko in the Crash Test Guild on Resuvius EU, the Resuvius EU server, which is a Russian-speaking server primarily. He posted a thread on MMO Champion showing that he had earned every single achievement in the World of Warcraft. He had reached 100% achievement completion. And we'll have links to the MMO Champion thread and to the Armory page. But it's truly a ridiculous feat to be able to do that. The last achievement that he earned was a PvP achievement called Prideful Conquest. The requirement for which is to earn 27,000 conquest points in the most recent PvP season 15. I've done some PvP for conquest points that's like ranked arenas or ranked battleground arenas, that sort of thing. And it's tough to earn conquest a lot of conquest points. That's a freaking lot of conquest points. That by itself is not an achievement that very many people are going to are going to have. So that's quite an impressive feat all on its own. He also has 205 feats of strength, including Realm First level 90 for all 11 classes, which he apparently achieved by some really high-end multi-boxing, like running multiple clients on the same computer and just really hauling tail to get Realm First level 90 feats of strength for all 9 classes. That's something. So
that takes dedication.
Yeah, that takes a lot of dedication. I mean, I've just been going back and working my way towards Lore Master. There's no way that how many achievement points does he have? It's some
like
ridiculous.
21,995.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at like 6,700 for all the achievements that I've earned across all 23 of the characters that I have right now that I actually just go back and forth between. I don't know how much you have to play to be able to do that, but props to him, if nothing else, just for the sheer dedication that it took to be able to do that. I mean, my hat comes off to you, sir.
I mean, I've heard of people playing Xbox 360 games just to get all the achievements, but this is something.
Oh yeah, this is above and beyond.
Considering that there's probably way more achievements in WoW than in the standard 360 game, but
we might as well quit now because we're never gonna. We're never gonna.
That's it. We're done. Go home, everyone. Party's over.
Yeah. Someone beat WoW. We're finished.
We're done here.
Yep.
We can die in peace.
Yep. All right. So anyway, what the other one more thing? What's this you got here?
Achievement Hunter, which is a subsidiary of Rooster Teeth, who is known for making none other than Red versus Blue.
Great series, by the way.
Yeah. The Achievement Hunter group has had this ongoing Let's Play, quote unquote, of Minecraft ever since it released on the 360 version. And just recently, just yesterday, they hit episode 100, which is quite something.
That's pretty
we
impressive.
Have a link to that in the description. There's, if you know, it's something.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great episodes to watch out of that Minecraft Let's Play, just
Uh-huh.
all together. It's not really sort of a Let's Play though. It's really just sort of more of a game game night type thing, where they all get together and then do some sort of challenge that
Whoops.
they came up with in game.
Hang on here. Sorry about that. I just lost the video.
Oh dear. But yeah,
There we go. We're
there's
back.
That they've been doing this ever since Minecraft released on the 360 2 years ago, almost. So that's a lot of time. So yeah,
Yeah.
there's that. That's my 2 cents. That's my piece.
Yep. All right. Well, I've got just a little bit of it here, but yeah, that's pretty impressive that they've managed to do 100 videos of Let's Play Minecraft. I've got just a little bit of it right here, if you're watching the video. So yeah, and again, we will have a link to that in the show notes. I've never really gotten in very much into watching or making Let's Plays. I mean, I've done some streaming of I've done streaming of Pokemon. I've done streaming of Warcraft raiding. But yeah, and again, congratulations to them on hitting episode 100 of that. That's pretty impressive.
Well, this is more like a Let's Play that you could just pick any episode right in the middle and just watch it. You
Yeah.
don't need much of any context.
Well, because it's not like Minecraft has a linear story or anything
Yeah,
that
it
you
doesn't.
have to
So-
start at the beginning.
Yeah. So yeah. there's
Anyway,
that.
so yeah, that's pretty cool. And congrats again to them on that. I think that's pretty much going to do it for this episode. If you want to read our show notes, wherein we will have links to everything that we talked about in this episode, if you want to download the MP3 of this episode or any of our past episodes, if you want to find links to our Facebook page, our Twitter page, our Google Plus page, YouTube, links to subscribe to us on RSS or through iTunes, all of that is at our website, which is lifeisleet.com. That's LIFEISLEET.com. I'm Jesse. I write this thing, so if anything in it is wrong, blame me. All the stuff that I do is at jbhanna.net or at jbhanna on Twitter. Aaron streams things every once in a while. When he does or when I do, we will post about it on our Facebook page, or you can find Aaron's Twitch profile at twitch.tv/Plato0. That's PLATO and the number 0. I'm at just twitch.tv/jbhanna. If you have any feedback that you want to send us, any comments, suggestions, audio attachments you want us to play, recommendations for games or anime or whatever, send all of that to us at podcast@lifeisleet.com. That's going to do it for this week. Thank you everyone so much for listening. For me, for Aaron, everyone in the sound of my voice, until next time, take care.
Goodbye.